Thank you guys for coming so much. We really do appreciate all the love and support you give us. This is E2, and there's many more to come.
I found a new muse. That's bad news for you. Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep? I found a new muse. That's bad news for you. Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep? But look, then I roll licks, I hit on my ones when I didn't have no friends to ride. Sticks on my dogs and I can't even lie to you. Got too much pride for you. Gotta stay safe in these streets. Streets don't play favors though. I'm not afraid of it though. God is okay with me, so life for that shade that you throw. I've seen you take it low, limbo right under that hole. Fuck out my face. I found a new muse. That's bad news for you. Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you around? Why would I keep you?
hors d'oeuvres, into the water, straight from a page of your favorite author. And the weather's so breezy, man, why can't life always be this easy? She in the mirror dancing so sleazy, I get a call like, where are you, easy? And try to hit you with the old bopty, till I got flashed by the paparazzi. These got me, I hate these more than
I know you love to show off, but I never thought that you would take it this far. What do I know?
Fashion, light,
I know.
fashion,
been a while, sweetheart, we hardly talk, I was doing my thing. I know it was fair, baby, hey, lately, you've been all on my brain. And if somebody would've told me a month ago, frontin' oh, yo, I wouldn't wanna know. If somebody would've told me a year ago, it'd go get this difficult. I'm feeling like Katrina with no FEMA, like Martin with no Tina. Like a flight with no visa, first class with the seat back, I still see ya. In my past, you on the other side of the glass of my memories, museum. I'm just saying, hey Mona Lisa, come home. You know you can't roll without Caesar.
I know you love to show off, but I never thought that you would take it this far. What do I know?
fashion, light,
I know.
fashion,
soul's companion. People feel it everywhere. Lift your hands and voices, free your mind and join us. You can feel it in the air. Oh, it's a passion. Oh, you can feel it, yeah. Oh, it's a passion. Oh, rhythm is a dancer. It's a source of
music, yeah.
to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we from. Easy now, no need to go down. Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we from. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Cause know you're the talk of the town, yeah. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Cause know you're the talk of the town, yeah. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Cause know you're the talk of the town, yeah. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Cause know you're the talk of the town, yeah. I'm feeling them. Easy now, no need to go down. Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we from. Easy now, no need to go down. Easy now, no need to go down. Rock that, run that, this how we from. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Cause know you're the talk of the town, yeah. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Cause know you're the talk of the town, yeah. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Cause know you're the talk of the town, yeah. Whoop whoop when you run, come around. Town, yeah.
So many times
Making mama so proud, but your voice is too loud. You were a child, crawling on your knees toward it. Making mama so proud, but your voice is too loud. We like to watch you laugh. You pick the insects off the plants. No time to think of consequences. Memories fade, like looking through a fog mirror. Decision to decisions I made, not thought, but I thought this wouldn't hurt a lot. I guess not. Show yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees falling to be haunted. Show yourself, take only what you need from it. A family of trees falling to be haunted.
I used to roll the dice, feel the fear in my enemy's eyes. Listen as the crowd would sing. Now the old king is dead, long live the king. One minute I held the key, next the walls were closed on me, and I discovered that my castle stand upon pillars of salt and pillars of sand. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you go it was never, never alone. This word, and that was what I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't explain, once you gone it was never, never alone. This word, and that was when it was a wicked and wild wind, blew down the doors to let me in, shattered windows and the sound of drums. People couldn't believe what I've become, and revolutionaries wait for my head on a silver plate, just a puppet on a lonely string. All who would ever wanna be king. I hear Jerusalem bells are ringing, Roman cavalry choirs are singing. Be my mirror, my sword and shield, my missionaries in a foreign field. For some reason I can't
for the thrill of it. All alone, we are calling out, not again. Never looking down, just to know what's in front of me.
Y'all still with us, right? Alright, let's keep it going.
ice but still. See both sides like you know. See on both sides like you know. I got green like you know. And he got ice but still. See both sides like you know. See on both sides like you know. See both sides of the 12, see both sides of the L. Free smoke rigs in their house, sleep snow grind for the well. OT diamonds is real, show them how to shine by themselves. Need a cosign for your help, I need a bitch to grind on my belt. I know you need to drive for my belt, I know you see the drive in itself. No epic on the ride cause it's stale, but it's still. I see both sides like Chanel. I see both sides like Chanel. If you want me, if you need me, I'm yours. If you want me, if you need me, I'm yours. If you want, I got green like you. If you need, he got ice but still. See both sides like you know. See on both sides like you know. If you want, I got green like you. If you need, he got ice but still. See both sides like you know. See on both sides like you know. Both sides of the both sides of
yo, yo, yo. After party at Hush Hush. Everybody to Hush Hush after this, all right? Stick with us now. Come on now. Bring that energy. Turn that shit up. Turn that shit up.
want me? You know I can't believe it when I hear that you won't see me. No, don't you want me? You know I don't believe you when you say that you don't need me. It's what you left behind. You think you change your mind? You better change it back or we will both be sorry. Don't you want me, baby? Don't you want me?
Hey, yo, we got 2 more left with us. Come on, bring that energy, bring that energy. Hey, after party out, hush, hush, let's run this shit.
And now I fell in love with you so many times, so many times, so many times I'm watching you. And now I fell in love with you so many times, so many times, so many times I'm watching you. And now I fell in love with you so many times, so many times.
Wait. You thought it was over? Nah. One more track, Carlos. Run that shit, please.